How's it going, guys? I was just asked to do a question. It's a junior sub question to do with linear patterns, and the question was question 10 on page 108. Okay, so the question basically is this. So Jenny has the option of two phone companies from which to buy a phone. The graphs show the call cost for each company. Now, what you should be looking at doing with a question like this is you try and read the graph first and pick the information, and then you look at the questions. So I look at company A here. And what this means basically is follows this. This is the cost, and this is the amount of time. So if I don't make any calls or spend any times on the phone, company A is still going to charge me 0.3, okay, or 30 cents, and that's called a standing charge. And company B will charge me 0.3 something, whatever it is. And then you work out after 2 minutes, it's going to be just under 0.4. After 4 minutes and so on, you read your graph like that. So after 14 minutes, it's charged 0.8 or 80 cents. Okay? So you have to complete the following table. All right? So we're just going to go and copy this now. So copy this into here. Now, so you have to remember, this is a linear pattern. So with a linear pattern, the differences are the same each time. Okay. So if I want to fill this in now, so 0.3, 0.37, 0.44, you add 0.7, so it's going to be 0.51, 0.58, 0.58, 0.65, 0.65, 0.72, 0.79, and 0.86. So you can see it's going up 0.07 every time. So, and that's just make sure you have that right. This one here, it's going up 5 cents each time. 0.38, 0.43, 0.48. So that's going to be 0.53, 0.58, 0.63, 0.68, 0.73, 0.78. So that's the first part of that question done there. And that's our board filled in. Okay? Now we're going to look at the next part of this question. And it says here, how much does company A charge per minute? So company A, if we look at our table, we can see here. So this is company A. Now, for 2 minutes, it goes from 0.3 to 0.37. So for 2 minutes, it's going to be equal to 0.37 minus 0.3, which is equal to minus 0.07. So 7 cents. Okay, that's for 2 minutes. So for 1 minute, it would be 7 cents divided by 2, which is equal to 0.035 or 3.5 cents per minute. So that's for company A. How much does company B charge per minute? So company B, you do the same thing. So 0.43 minus 0.38 is 0.05, which is 5 cents. Divide that by 2, it's 2.5 cents. So that's how you do that one there. And what you have to notice as well is you can see this is a linear pattern. Okay? And the difference is 0.07 here, 0.05 here. But we'll just be careful because I want to come back to that now. Each company charges a connection fee per call. Which company is the higher connection fee? So the connection fee for company A, after 0 minutes, they're still going to charge 0.3. So that's called a connection fee, so it's 30 cents. And company B is 38 cents. So company B has the higher connection fee. Describe in words the cost of making a call for each company. So the cost of making a call for company A is, it's 30 cents as a standard charge, and then for every minute thereafter, it's 3.5 cents. For company B, there's a standing charge of 38 cents, and then it's 2.5 cents for every minute thereafter. So that's how you'd say, describe in words of making a call. Okay? Now, for F, so write in a formula that relates the cost of a call to time minutes for each company. Okay? So we're just going to put this over here, and let's just get a copy of this here and see what we get. Now, we'll just move this across here. Okay. So let's start off with company A. Now, so it starts off, the pattern is as follows. It's 0.3, then it goes to 0.37, but that's for 2 minutes. We want to work it out for 1 minute. So it's going to be 0.335, 0.37, and so on. So it's 0.035 each time. Okay, so what you'd have here is A is equal to 0.3, and the difference is equal to 0.035. So therefore, Tn will be equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. So it's going to be 0.3 plus n minus 1 times 0.035. Now, that's how you normally do it, but we have to be careful here because we don't need the minus 1. Because for every minute, so it starts off at 0.3 and every minute it's 0.035. So what you could say is as follows. So that's how you normally do it, but you have to be just careful of that because that won't give you your start time. So basically what's going to come down to is this. The cost is equal to 0.3 cent plus minute 0.035 times the minute. So if it was 1 minute, it would be 0.035. 2 minutes, it's going to be 0.37 and so on. And then for company B, it would be, if we look at company B, it starts off at 0.38 and it goes up 2.5 cents each minute. Okay, so that was for company A. So company B, the cost is equal to 0.38 plus 0.025 per minute. So again, just to explain how that formula works, it's 30 cents and then every minute thereafter. So if I've gone for 10 minutes, I'm going to multiply 3.5 cent or 0.035 by 10 and I add it on to the original cost. And that's how that works. Okay, so that's all that there was to that bit there. Use the graphs. How long is a call for which both companies charge the same price? So you lose the graph, so what you do is, so how long is a call? So you go here and you find on the graph where they are, so you basically find where they meet. So at that point there, okay, that's where they're going to have the same call, and you get your arrow. So look, just here, you bring it down. So after 8 minutes, the companies both charge the same price. Now, if you were to look at that and do it mathematically, so 0.3, so if I got a calculator and did 0.3 plus 8 times 0.035, it would cost 0.58 or 58 cents. 0.38 plus 8 bracket and 0.25 gets me 0.58 as well. So that just shows algebraically it's correct. Check your answers using algebra, so that's what I've done there. How much would each company charge for a 23-minute call? So for a 23-minute call, you put in 23 instead of M. So you would have, you'd have 0.3 plus 0.035 times 23. And that's just typed, you just type in exactly that's your calculator, 0.3 plus 0.035 bracket 23. And that's equal to €1.105 cents, €1.11 because you round it up. And that's how you do that question there. Okay. So any other hassle, give me a shout. And thanks for the question.